Good afternoon to the citizens of St. Bernard Parish. Today is Friday, July 30th, and it's around 4:30 p.m. Just had an opportunity to observe and watch the governor's press conference and listen to some advice from Dr. Joe Cantor. I want to thank him for his service to our state and for the citizens of St. Bernard Parish. When we call Dr. Cantor, he answers the phone and he lets us know what's going on with this Delta variant and with this COVID-19 during this time. I want to thank our governor also for his service and what he is doing for the citizens of Louisiana in protecting us as best he can through this pandemic, this worldwide pandemic. I just want to give some advice to the citizens of St. Bernard Parish. I want to let you know what we're doing with our public buildings. All public buildings in St. Bernard Parish, we're going to mandate that our employees and people visiting our buildings wear a mask. We have to protect our employees. We do important business for the citizens, and we want to make sure that that goes uninterrupted. And we're asking our citizens to respect that. We're asking our citizens to wear a mask, just like the governor recommended. Team up and mask up here in St. Bernard Parish. Be part of a team that does everything that we can to get on the other side of this current surge that we see with this Delta variant. This Delta variant is something else. I'm talking to friends and people who are emailing me and calling me that would never in a million years ask to wear a mask or to get a vaccine. They were 100% against it until they got COVID, especially this Delta variant. They're going through hell. Some people are going through really, really bad, severe illness with this COVID-19, and they don't want to see it happen to someone else. They're asking for mandates throughout St. Bernard Parish to wear a mask. We're not going to do that. We're going to ask people to be respectful, to socially distance when you can outdoors. If you can't, put a mask on. If you go indoors, no matter where it's at, put a mask on. It may be 1 week, it may be 2 weeks. We can get to the other side of this surge. We know how that works. I never ever thought in a million years that we would be here. Just as a citizen, in my own mind and how I, think about some of this stuff is, hey, I'm vaccinated. Why do I have to worry about anything, right? It's a difficult thing, right? I don't have that luxury. We have kids going to school here in the next few weeks. Kids under the age of 12 cannot get vaccinated. We're seeing more and more cases of children at Children's Hospital. And it's not a good thing, right? Here in Louisiana, we have the highest infection rate today in Louisiana than we do in the nation. We've seen this before. We're going to get to the other side of it, but there are some things that we have to do. We have to get vaccinated, right? I'm not going to, try to shame people for not being vaccinated. I have a lot of people that I know that don't want to get vaccinated for one reason or another. All we're asking you to do is to educate yourself, talk to your doctor, and really consider getting this vaccination and helping our community move to a better place. I had a conversation today with my doctor. It was interesting. He gave an analogy of a seatbelt. The vaccine is like a seatbelt. It's not going to stop you from getting in a wreck, but it's going to stop you from dying. It's going to stop you from maybe serious injury. Every now and then it happens, but that's what the vaccine does. It doesn't stop you from getting COVID, but it stops you from being severely ill and going to the hospital and dying. I want you to think about that a little bit. Dr. Cantor used the analogy of putting a raincoat on when it's raining outside. But if it's pouring outside, then you might need an umbrella. You need extra protection. Well, right now it's pouring in St. Bernard Parish when we talk about COVID. The surge here is at 17% positivity rate. It is 20% in Plaquemines Parish, our neighbor, right? It's real. That's happening. Our hospital is nearly at 100% occupied right now. Only one patient over there is vaccinated, and that patient has other issues that they are in the hospital for. Has COVID, but has a number of other issues that they're dealing with. They are seeing, again, well over 100 patients a day in the ER with symptoms and people asking to be tested. So we have to do what we can to quickly get on the other side of this, because I think we can here in Louisiana, and more importantly for us, here in St. Bernard Parish. So public buildings, we're going to mandate masks for our employees. We're going to mandate masks for any visitors, vaccinated or unvaccinated. We are going to ask our citizens, we're going to ask all of our businesses to seriously consider wearing a mask indoors, and if you're outdoors and you cannot socially distance, I'm asking you to wear a mask. It's difficult. I may not go to a few places I normally would go on a Friday or a Saturday. I might stay home because it's tough for me to wear a mask, especially outdoors in public. I go to baseball games with my grandchildren, and you're around people. You're within 6 feet. I'm going to wear a mask, though, for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, for every person that wears a mask when they normally wouldn't, that's a higher percentage rate that we can get to the other side of this surge. Our hospital staff, our nurses, our doctors, our staff, there we go again. They are our heroes again in this pandemic. So there was nothing we could do about this Delta variant. It's more contagious. It seems like it's more aggressive. And like I said, people who never ever in a million years would want to wear a mask or get a vaccine had COVID. They're asking everyone to wear a mask, and they can't wait to the day that they can get the vaccine. Because after you have COVID, you got to wait some time to get the vaccine. So I want to thank the citizens of St. Bernard Parish. We see people, for one reason or another, a friend passing away, someone close to you in the hospital, or you just see a bunch of people getting it. People are getting vaccinated. So you can walk into a Walgreens, a CVS, a Walmart, and get the vaccination free of charge. Our hospital is doing vaccinations on Thursdays and Fridays. And I haven't talked to our clinic, which is at the hospital. I'm pretty sure you can go in there any day and at least schedule to get a vaccine. So there's, for the last few months now, people have been able to get the vaccine. We should be at that point already if everybody wanted to get it. There are people who have antibodies, don't need the vaccine. I get that. There are people who are concerned about pregnancy. We get that. No one's going to be shamed for not getting vaccinated. No one's going to be shamed for not wearing a mask. It's just something that we feel we need to do, and we need to send that message to our citizens because it's the right thing to do today. And we don't want to go back to closing businesses. We don't want to go back to everyone going home and meetings with Zoom and all of that. Our children can't learn from Zoom. It just doesn't happen. I see it every day. And we want to protect them, right? Especially 12 and under, they can't get the vaccine. So the more people, whether it's one or whether it's 1,000 people, wear a mask, that's one less chance that someone who's not vaccinated or someone who's vulnerable will spread it to, and they're saying 6 to 8 to 9 other people. So this is not something that I ever thought that I would be doing here, at least in the last few weeks. We was on the downside. We were getting 2% positivity rate. We were, at 2 people per day. Guys, we are at 17% rather than 2% in a short period of time. And I don't know what it is per day now here in St. Bernard Parish, but it's 40 or 50 from 2. So it's real. It's affecting people. And I know here in St. Bernard Parish that we can put an emphasis on wearing a mask. We're not closing any businesses. We're not going home from work. We're going to work. We're opening our businesses. We're just going to be wearing masks. And I just want to make sure that the people of St. Bernard Parish pull in the same direction. And we try to help our community and our region and our state get out of this surge. So God bless each and every one of you, and team up and mask up.